me, and I'm always something. As you can see, I have a pile of stuff to steal. Kinda happy that Karma thing in Fallout 4. Oh my god, if you Fallout 3, oh, Karma could become the biggest pain in the ass. All of the crap, rad food too, but I'm not going. Not right now. I might come and do it whenever I'm really broke and I need more money and I don't have anything to sell. But for right now, I'm gonna leave that. But I will save, and I am gonna steal the dirty water. Need that for cooking. Why you would decide that you want to cook whenever you have both as an option, but you know, it's the apocalypse, whatever. Maybe somebody just prefers to have their slightly unfiltered, rad-filled water. I can't judge. Go away, iBot. It's gonna be daytime before I'm done. And I'm probably gonna be over encumbered by the time I'm done. The other speech checks that I know that are bugged. Okay, here's one that's really bugged. I'm really, really, really bugged. If you like to cheat at, I really don't cheating. I don't consider it cheating. If it's cheating, they wouldn't make it an option. And there's a lot of speech checks where you don't pass that speech check, you just lost it for good. It was you were trying to get, you know, it was important and you ain't getting it. So I mean, they made that an option purpose. But anyways, if you're like me, like to save in the middle of a speech and then if you pass the speech and another one comes behind, then you save before you do the next one and yada yada yada. Because it makes life easy, it really does. Then my computer wants to restart. Excuse me. Then you're going to be ever so happy to find out that if you do the mission where you find all of the dead Brotherhood of Steel guys, and then you eventually find the leader group of dead Brotherhood of Steel you found, he's still alive. You go through a whole bunch of speech checks. You go through 3. They are fucking impossible. Whenever I did it, I had, my was at 10, which if you don't know how speech checks works, your charisma determines the likelihood of you passing a speech check, which is why I'm wearing a suit. And it also determines prices of how much things cost whenever you buy them and how much things cost whenever you sell them. The higher your charisma, the more money you're going to have, the more stuff you're going to have, and the more people are going to be willing to do for you, basically. My charisma was at 10, because a lot, and whenever I say a lot, that's probably an understatement. Whenever I say a lot, I mean I did a lot of speech checks.
Well, hello, beautiful.
I don't think it's gonna let me pick those up, which sucks. They're actually worth a pretty penny. But anyways, my speech checks were... I lost my train of thought. Said something that didn't make sense. Sorry. I still realize that. Charisma was at 10, which is the highest it can go. Wearing charisma clothing, like I'm wearing now. I had a charisma hat on. I had I
want to be left alone.
don't care.
My friends say outside is, but you don't smell at all.
Your friend's a dick. I had so basically with everything that I had done, I believe I had 30 charisma. It took 3 tries the first time, 5 or 6 tries the second time, more than 10 tries for the third speech check. I did it the way I normally do. I'd already looked it up on the internet. I already knew about the bug, but I didn't want to believe that it was true, because it would suck. You know what the bug is? You can't do what I do. You cannot say in the middle of the conversation, because if you do, it will bug. And I forget what happens, but it just makes everything not work. It's basically what happens. And I mean, it just wasn't working for me, so I had to go back before I went in.
Want to do something? Run the bases. Trust me.
I already did. Now I'm still in shit. And I had to do the first speech check. If I passed it, move on to the next one. If I failed, reload to before I initiated the conversation. Fun, right? And then if I passed the speech check, then I had to do the second speech check. If I passed it, move on. If I didn't, most of the time I didn't, reload to the start of the to before I initiated the conversation. But if I passed it, then I do the third check. Basically, I spent, I think, about 2 hours to complete these speech checks. But I was convinced, I was absolutely convinced that it would have been. I finally did the speech checks. I finally asked him to rejoin the Brotherhood of Steel. And whenever I got onto the Pridwin and bumped into him in the mess hall, and he initiated a conversation with me, I'm like, all right, I'm about to get this unique weapon. I'm so happy. He went through the conversation like he normally would have. Didn't give me the legendary weapon. The reason why? Because the Xbox One and PS4. I don't think it's on the PS3. I think it's on the PS4. But for both of them, and PC, I'm not sure. But he is bad. You got an itch? Sorry, bro. That was half of what he would normally say with that. Anyways. What was I getting at? Got a big pile of shit here. A lot of this shit I'm gonna sell, though. A lot of it I'm gonna cook. A lot of it I'm gonna use. A little bit of everything. The bug makes it no matter what. If you're successful, if you spend 4 hours reading the same conversation from the beginning, and that that in it should make it so that you get but not only you get given the gun, but you get given a shit ton of ammo for the gun, and the gun's twice as powerful as it normally would have been. You spend 4 hours reloading the same conversation all the way to before you even initiate it, so that you can get freaking work. And then Bug says, nope, you don't get the gun. Doesn't even have it.
Probably not that.
It just doesn't have it.
Said he picked up a weird distress call. It came as
And the only way that you get it is if you complete the conversation, from what I've read, if you complete the conversation the first time he attempts to initiate the conversation on the Prydwen. Which means if you just walk away from him, and then walk back after you've spent 5 hours downloading a patch, because of course it's Xbox, and you finally get it to work again, doesn't matter, because you didn't complete the conversation the first time they initiate it, so the patch, you're not getting the gun. You gotta start the game over.
Now what can I do for you, sweetheart?
You can look the other way. A few more, but I can't think of what they are right off the top of my head.
Well, hello, beautiful.
But yeah, there's a lot of bugs in this game. I mean, a lot of bugs. My favorite one. The reason why I'm looking for specific vegetables. I want melons, potatoes, carrots, corn, mute fruit. I feel like I'm missing one. But about razor grain, I absolutely care about gourds. But I want specific vegetables, and they're some harder to find vegetables, because not giving me a choice. Thank you, computer. Thank you, Windows. Thank you.
Don't worry.
Because
Stay there. Here in Banner City. I hope.
you hope. Wow, that makes me feel really comfortable. But what was I saying? Oh god, I got interrupted by my computer deciding to restart. Something.
No funny business.
No funny business. It's what I do for a living. Oh yeah, I'm looking for specific types of vegetables, because I don't think you use carrots for any of the two recipes that I'm mainly talking about, which is, one is, I think it's called cutting fuel. You make that one in the chemistry station. And one is vegetable starch. Cutting fuel will burn through your steel quickly. But it's okay, because you get something that is not very common. It's more common than adhesive,
Look like you could use a drink.
but it's not very common at all. And you will run out a lot.